What if I told you that all the information you've been told before on how to completely transform your physique was wrong? Well, it was. That's why you're here today, clicking on this video, searching around, scavenging on YouTube at all this how-to BS on how to achieve results, but you still not got them. But you've been here week after week, month after month, year after year, searching YouTube for results, and you've still not got none. I'm going to show you once and for all how to actually get real, hard, stone cold results, just like I got, just like we have with thousands of our clients. Because you can't keep wasting your time. You are investing so much time and getting nothing back. Let's fix it, guys. So we're not going to start with all the BS that everybody else is talking about, which doesn't work. We're going to actually start with a lot of mindset work so you can actually get the results that you want. I am on the same team as you guys, and I need you to win. When men become better, the world becomes a better place. And the first thing you need to do when you want to completely transform your physique, transform your mindset, transform your life, is you have to change your relationship with pain. You have to take full accountability of the situation that you're in and realize nothing is going to fix itself. And you have to learn to love pain, thrive in it, and get really uncomfortable. And everything changed for me. I'm also, when we're talking about this transformation of my 6 months, we're not talking about my last 6 months, which might be a bit unrealistic for some guys. I'm talking about the first ever 6 months in my fitness journey that completely changed my life and set me off on a different trajectory. And all of this happened after COVID. During COVID, I had the vaccine, and we won't go too much into depth because I know stuff gets kicked off, but I had damage effectively from that, and I had heart failure. I then was at the point where I couldn't train. I couldn't do all this stuff that I wanted to do. And it got to the point 2 months after I got out of hospital, for a few weeks in hospital, I was like, no, I'm going all in. This sucks. I feel shit. I'm skinny fat. I'm depressed. It's raining. I just weren't where I needed to be in life. And time weren't coming the other way. Like, I had to go and chase it. So my relationship with pain changed. I got put in so much pain. The spring was squashed in my face that I was forced to. Now, what I recommend for you guys is there will be something in your life that you don't like right now, whether it's your lifestyle, whether it's the relationships, whether it's the lack of women, the lack of respect, anything, your job, just looking in the mirror and your two eyes have to look at the bullshit belly you've got. Whatever it may be, use that pain and change your relationship with it to understand that that pain, that liability that you have right now is your biggest asset. All liabilities will become your biggest assets when you go all in on them. Every single asset I have today in myself, all once were my biggest liabilities. And it all started with my mindset. When my mindset was shit, my life sucked. Now my life is fucking elite, guys. Why? Because I fixed my biggest liability. And that has to become your best friend. You have to learn to love the relationship with pain, becoming aware of the pain and learning to love and going all in on that pain. And the second thing is redirection of money. And essentially that just simply means redirection and reprioritizing what you care about. You put your money where you prioritize. So if you're currently going out once, twice a week, spending a couple of £100 on a night out, you're going buying the Gucci trainers because you think it's going to get you a fit chick. All this bullshit that I've done, everyone does, we're all lads. I fucking know how you operate. I'm one of you. All this bullshit's not getting you anywhere. It's not making you better. You are literally just putting a Lamborghini badge on a fucking broken Corsa. It's bullshit. Guys, stop spending money on you. Spend money in you. No fucking booze, no fucking drugs, no stupid accessories, no little chains. You look pathetic, and so did I back in the day. So what I had to do was I had to redirect my money. I wasn't going to get more money until I became someone new. You never achieve something new until you become something new. So how do you become something new? You have to become more valuable. How do you become more valuable? You have to invest more in yourself, not on yourself. So what I did at the time was I was like, right, I need to make the craziest transformation that anyone's ever seen. I had so much fuck you energy from society and all the whole fucking vaccine shit at the time. I was like, fuck everybody. I'm going all in. And I went, and instead of spending all the money on bullshit, like I was only an apprentice on, I don't know, 1,500, 2K a month max. I stopped spending money on the bullshit to try and impress people and spent money on myself and went a bit ghost. I went all in. I was spending, I think, £400 on a coach. And my physique mutated, as you've seen from the thumbnail, guys. Right, I'll try and put an image up here as well. It was ridiculous. And that was over, I think it was a 5-month period. It wasn't even 6 months. And it was just crazy. So that redirection of money allowed me to gain the knowledge, the skill sets, the mindset required to actually transform my physique, right? No one's going to take away that you did it yourself. You still fucking did the steps. You still hit the macros. You still did the training. But guys, you've got to drop the ego if you want to get serious results. I had to get a coach. I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't take that first move. I've had coach after mentor after mentor after mentor after mentor. I still did it. It's still all on me. It's no one else's praise. It's mine. But I couldn't have done this without the help of other people that knew how to solve the problems I had at every single moment. So reprioritizing my money into turning my liabilities into assets. And that liability was me. It was my body. I was insecure. I was skinny fat. My mind was shit. And to fix your mind, you got to fix your body, okay? The next thing, what I did once I'd got the new coach was I actually moved to a new gym. I was training at a local gym. It's not that you can't get results in a local gym. Of course you can. Some days, even now, I train in the one in the apartment building. But I moved to a new gym because I was still in the UK at this point. I was flat broke. I was apprentice. I was spending my money on a coach and there was nothing else. I was like, no, let's just use the rest of my money on me. And I want a new gym environment. So I literally moved from the local gym and I went to a gym called Ultraflex. It wasn't crazy expensive, maybe £50 a month. But for me at the time, you know, it was still an investment back into myself. And it put me in a room where I saw, instead of the average person, the average fucking society bullshit, you know, the kids from school, the kids from college who all looked shit. And I'm comparing myself. As soon as I get like a 1-inch bicep, I'm like, oh yeah, better than everybody else. When I was fucking bullshit. I looked shit. I knew I looked shit. But I was trying to tell myself I was doing good because I was better than the other fucking bullshit society norms. Whereas when you go to one of these gyms like the Ultraflexes or the better quality gyms, you're in a room straight away with guys who have a really good physique and may have been in the game 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, some of them. And you're like, fuck. But the number one thing that does, as well as positive energy from being in there and stop looking at shit, you are manifesting a better body. You are manifesting a great physique because you now have belief, you now have hope that it's something possible, which is really important. When you see other people taking the positive action and literally living proof of the results in front of you, you will grind and you will keep doing the work. You won't quit. Whereas when you're in the shit gym and there's no one there that looks any good, you're right now going to be believing that it's not possible. All this work that you're doing and you're going to look like everybody else. You show up the same as everyone else, so you're going to get the same results. It's bullshit and people quit. This is how important hope is and being in a room where there's belief. Now, there was actually a study, guys, that Harvard did back in the day with rats, and it was about showing the importance and significance of hope and the impact it has on performance and how soon people quit. And what they did were they had a bunch of rats, they put them in this bowl or bucket, and essentially after 15 minutes, the rats drowned. They then did the same experiment with a group B. And just before the rats drowned, about 14 minutes, they picked out the rats, they rested them for 2 minutes, they put them back in. Just before they drowned, they took them out, they put them back in. After a few times of doing this, they then put the rats back in the bucket and they lasted for 60 fucking hours. Not 15 minutes, not 60 minutes, 60 fucking hours. And they kept showing up for 60 fucking hours. Why did they do this? Because they had hope that they were going to survive. They had hope that they were going to win. And this is the exact same when you force yourself into the environments. It's the gyms. It's getting in the room with coaches, getting in the room with other people that have hard fact results that are proven right in front of you. You will not stop when it's undeniable in front of your eyes. When you're looking at losers, it's extremely easy to quit, to stop looking at them, right? If you're on social media, unfollow them all, mute them all, stop looking at bullshit people and try and get to a gym where you're at least going to see people who are ahead of you or doing better than you. The next thing is mastering time and becoming a lot more organized. I used to call it a 9 to 5, but in fact, it was a lot more than that. I started at 6 a.m., sometimes 5, and I would work through till between 6 and 8 p.m. So it was like a 12 to 14 hour day. And it weren't even scheduled as an engineer because we're effectively on call. And it was, you come home when the job's done. So sometimes it could be 5 a.m. till 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Sometimes it could be that 7 days in a row. So what I had to do was I had to become very fixated on my routine, that I would be up first thing in the morning, very, very early. I would get my meals ready for the day. I would do what my coach said. And then from there, I could go to the gym, get everything done before work gets in the way and before it potentially gets delayed and something gets in the road of me. If then work did get delayed, I'd have to have a mindset that it's fine. I'm adaptable. Like something's just happened and I'm not going to have a hissy fit. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to burn away the rest of my life because I ran over and I had to miss something. I would just get it done regardless of time. So you've got to just detach yourself from all that literal queer emotion and just think that the world's ending because, something got delayed. It's fucking life, guys, right? Get over it. So master your time, become organized, get on a Google Calendar and plot every single minute of your life into that Google Calendar. There should be no white space. There will be videos on my YouTube which show you exactly how to do this around a 9 to 5. Number 5, I had to find my backbone. This is something that I didn't have for too long, but I definitely do have now. And you guys all need to develop. And this is the ability to actually say no. Every time you say yes to someone else, you say no to your own goals. So every time you're planning on going to the gym or getting the meals in or hitting your macros and some mate with no results says, oh, do you want to go out? Do you want to go to the Cheesecake Factory? Do you want to go to the cinema and you were meant to be at the gym? No, you don't want to do that. You want to hit your goals. The only thing you want to do is build your best physique and build your best mindset. Everything else will take care of itself after that. But until you've done that, nothing is going to change. So the answer is no to absolutely everything. Now, yes, if on a Saturday afternoon you've got a white space cancelled out and someone says, do you want to do something in there? By all means, go do it. But if it's in time that's already blocked in your calendar for personal growth, the answer is no. If someone says, do you want to order a Domino's? No, I don't want to do it, right? It's that simple. You want to get to the point where people stop asking. People might take the piss at the start, but if you literally give in and you go, okay, yeah, I'll have that drink, or yeah, I'll have the takeaway, people will keep asking and they will lose respect for you. They know you're not all in. They have just won. You win when you have the most conviction. I would get to the point where my parents would have been ordering takeaways all the time and my mates would have been going out every weekend, obviously, because that's just what everyone does. And so did I used to. And just got to the point where they stopped asking. But I was secure in myself enough to know that I was about to build the craziest life. Nobody else believed it, but I did because I knew I was so committed to the process. And at that point, everybody will stop asking. In addition to this, my goals became inputs, not outputs. This is extremely, extremely important, guys. Far too many people fixate on, oh, my goal is this output. And if I don't get this output, I'm going to cry and I'm going to quit. And then if I get it, I'm also going to quit because now I feel so good and I think I've won before I've won. When goals are outputs, you fail so fast you can't even imagine. And that's also most likely the reason you are where you are today. Your goals have to become inputs. So you have to pick a huge output that you want to achieve, right? This is something you should discuss with your coach, for example, and then you break it down into phases. But all you need to set as your goals are every single day, non-negotiable tasks that get hit. Inputs that relate to outputs. So it must be your macros being specific for where they need to be that week. Your training program, your expenditure, your steps, your sleep. Maybe you've got other goals as well in life. It's not just about physique, guys. It's about becoming your best self. Maybe certain amounts of reading, okay? Certain amounts of YouTube or podcasts. That's all good. Assign your inputs that would make it unreasonable to not achieve the output. And then only focus on, has my day been successful today by, did you do the inputs? And if you didn't, stop being a bitch, because you're better than that. After this, audiobooks, podcasts become your daily routine over music when you are on a walk, when you are doing cardio, when you're driving. This was huge for me. The amount of time I spent in the car, like commuting around from work into the gym, and then if I was doing my steps, whether I was out on a walk, because obviously I had a fitness goal, I didn't want to be a fat little simpy bitch watching Netflix all day, or I was doing my cardio, I had positive shit, growth shit going in my ears every single day, taking me ahead of the fucking pack with my physique, but with my mindset. I wouldn't have achieved what I did in life if I weren't so growth-minded and always learning. Most people stop learning too early on. And finally, I learned to identify as somebody that doesn't miss. Now my brand, EO1, The slogan is, we don't miss. That's because I learned to identify as somebody that doesn't miss. While you're identifying as, I miss, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I always miss it because I'm busy at work, you will continue to fucking lose. You have to go all in and you have to identify as, I don't miss. Your life will follow the stories you tell yourself, so tell yourself the fucking good one that you actually want to do and stay aligned with it. Guys, let's get it. Let's go. This one will actually change your life. This will change your physique. Once you've changed the physique, so will your mindset, so will your career, so will your life. Let's go all in. Let's connect on Instagram at Tom D. Pearson. If you do want more information on how we can potentially help you, the links are below. See you soon, guys.